Good morrow, Kate. For that's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard, but something hard of hearing. They call me Katharina that do talk of me.
You lie in faith, for you are called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, sometimes Kate the Cursed, but Kate the prettiest Kate in Christendom, Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate. For dainties are all Kates, and therefore, Kate, take this of me, Kate, my consolation. Hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue spoke of, thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first, you were immovable.
Why, what's immovable?
A joined stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such trade as you, with me, you mean.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee, for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should be, should buzz.
Well taken, and like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take thee?
Aye, for a turtle as he takes a buzzard.
Come, you wasp. In faith, you are too angry.
If I be Roshbus, best beware my sting.
My remedy is then to pluck it out.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies.
Who knows not where a wasp does wear his sting? It's in his tail.
In his tongue.
Now, who's done?
Yours, if you talk of tales. And so, farewell.
What, with my tongue in your tail? Nay, come again. Good Kate, I'm a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
So may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman. And if no gentleman, I have no arms.
A herald, Kate, oh, put me in thy books.
What is thy crest? A coxcomb?
A coneless cock, so Kate will be my hen.
No cock of mine. You're a crow too, like a craven.
Nay, come, Kate, you must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, here's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
There is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What you mean, my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
Now by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
Mm-hmm.
'Tis with care.
I care not.
Nay, hear you, Kate. Kate, in sooth, you scape not so.
I chafe you if I tarry. Let me go.
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, and now I find a report a very liar. For thou art pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, but slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip as angry wenches will, nor hast thou pleasure to cross and talk, but thou with mildness entertainest thy wounders. With gentle conference soft and affable, why does the world report that Kate doth limp? O slanderous world, Kate, like a hazel twig, is straight and slender, and as brown in hue as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Oh, let me see thee walk. Thou dost not halt.
Go, fool, and whom thou keepst command.
Did ever dame so become a grove, as Kate this chamber with her princely gait? O be thou Dane, and let her be Kate, and let Kate be chaste and Dane sportful.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
It is extempore from my mother wit.
Oh, witty mother, witless Ulcer's son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Marry, so I mean, sweet Catherine, in thy bed, and therefore setting all this chat aside, thus in plain terms your father hath consented that you will be my wife. Your dowry agreed on, and will you nail you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn. For by this light, whereby I see thy beauty doth make me like beaten well. Thou must be married to no man but me. For I am born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate, comfortable as other household Kates. Here comes your father. Never make denial. I must and will have Catherine to my wife.
Okay, that's it. So I really thought of this for you as really a way of picking something where the reality and the emotional, if you want to call it the truth, the reality and the emotional truth has to do with how they fence. With what?
Words.
The words. And the wit. Not the internal only, you know, but the way they play and use the playfulness of the words to hurt and top each other. I got no feeling of that. For the most part, at all. Why, Mario? Why?
I was just too focused on the words.
What's that?
I was just too focused on the words, trying to
You were
get it
just
all.
focusing on the
Yeah.
words. Can you do more?
No.
No, is the answer no?
No, I can't.
Well, then why not?
I just went into an old habit of just focusing
on what?
Getting the words out.
He was Robert De Niro.
No. He's not. He's not at all. I was reading an interview with Jeff Bridges, is it? Yeah. Pretty good actor. He was saying how he's basically lazy. He is kind of the dude, you know. He is kind of the, you know. You don't have the luxury of being Jeff Bridges. You see. He was born into the business. He happens to have talent, but he had a few breaks that we don't have. You know what I mean? Not too impressed that he got as far as he got. He had a few breaks. Called a family that was in the business. He had every agent, every manager, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't have that. You can't be that way, Mario. You're such a good actor. You can't be lazy. You know, it's an opportunity to really dig in and do something with it. You know, rather than just am looking at the words. Yeah, there's a justification for just looking at the words, but you can do more than that. And you can't get a feeling of it by just looking at the words. You really have to throw yourself into this material. This is a 15-round heavyweight fight. Round by round. Each round is like a good heavyweight fight, like the Thriller in Manila with Muhammad Ali and George Foreman, and what's his name? Not Fraser.
Foreman.
Yeah, it was Fraser.
Oh, that was
Fraser. But anyway, they constantly surprised each other each round, and topped each other, and then took and I mean, it was just an incredible display of mano to mano. And this is mano to womano. Also, Mary. This is not a suburban housewife from Cranford. No, I'm not laughing about that. And neither was the character that you read in the play we did up at Mildred's. And you're a fine actress, but you can do, you see, you can't just play Cranford. What does she look like in this scene when she comes out? Now I gave you this, you know, I very seldom do this. When I give an assignment, I want you to do it. Sorry you didn't get the, and some people did.
Did you send the attachment of the script?
I just said we're going to do the taping of the show a couple of times. Please be prepared. You don't have. Some people said, "Do I need to learn it?" No, be prepared. That means read it and know it, so you're ready to read it. It's not a college. I'm not giving grades, but you're fucked up if you didn't do that, because this is part of the growth. So, yeah. It's an opportunity. At the very least, if you didn't prepare, throw yourself into it. Sense what's there and say, wow, I can really go out here. I can really get into it rather than, I don't know. You know? What does this woman look like when she comes out in this play? What do you think? What is she trying to do in this scene? She's trying. She's trying to do what she does to all these guys. They're boring men. They're boring. They're the little faggots that her father sends around to marry, because her father wants some effete, doesn't care if he's really a man as long as he's got money to marry you. And you're a human being, and you deep down resent that. And so to combat it, you're a very good-looking woman. What do? You turn yourself into a disgusting beast. You know, whatever that is. You certainly don't come out like Bianca, who was every little, you know, the prep school girl. And you know what I mean? The hair is probably all, you want him to be grossed out. Verbally, vocally, physically gross him out. Because all the others, you've tried it, and they run away. They don't want anything to do with you. In fact, the word is out in the hood. Stay away from Kate. She's a bitch. She's not worth the money. And man after man after man has come and said, no, I don't care. Even for the money, I ain't going through this. Mm-hmm. And so in comes Petruchio. He says, you know what? I like money. I can do this. And he's the first one. Is he more manly than the others? Not necessarily. He wants money more. That's all it is. He's not she's ugly, although he sees right away underneath it. He senses it. Why is she putting on this act? You see, what is this act? That she's a pig? I don't think so. What is this? Hey. And then he finds out that he's got his hands full, because he thought it would be, at least he could tame her right away, and, you know, this is it. And she's got what the other women that he's dealt with don't have, and that is a mind and a wit that is equal and maybe better than his. And that scares the shit out of him. But he's not going to show it. But he feels it. And now he's got to dig down as we end at round 4, round 5. Now he's got to come back with more than he thought. And he gets on top. And then he gets beaten down again. Holy shit. And now he's got to come back with more. And now she's getting turned on sexually because here's a guy who all of a sudden has a mind and isn't just a wimp. Wow, this is... And so she's getting turned on, but still is going to beat the shit out of him. And they're turning each other on right and left by trying to beat the shit out of each other without hitting each other, just with words. No touch. There's only one slap. And Shakespeare puts it in the scene. She cuffs him. He has it in there. It's the only direction. She cuffs him. The rest is a cuff of words. There's no hitting. There might be some wrestling, but nobody hits probably. In fact, I found when I directed it, I had so much physicality in the damn thing, and I was so proud of it in the production I did down in Washington at the Folger, 1979. First preview, people were laughing, and producer comes back and says, Roger, we got to talk. I said, great, huh? He said, Raj. Well, they were laughing. He said, yeah, they were laughing. At your blocking, they were laughing. At your choreography, they were laughing. Did you notice they were all the laughs and everything were covering up the words, and no one got the words? I said, oh yeah. And I went through for the second preview, and I had to take out all my best stuff, and we played it, and all the lines got huge laughs without any of that stuff. And I realized that's the physicality of it, you see. So you've got to treat the real physicality with the language, and not be afraid to do that, to really do that. Thank you guys. Have a seat for a moment.